And, yep, okay. There we go. All right. So this week we are doing Doctor Strange issue number 1 of the 1974 Doctor Strange, which is not the first time Doctor Strange appears.
No, it's
No. And I have to say, they did not give us any background.
backstory.
No.
No backstory whatsoever. We're just plopped right into the middle, and he's just already Doctor Strange.
Yeah. I mean, I think technically he's always already Doctor Strange because that's just his name.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I did watch the Marvel movie with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes, it was a good movie.
Excellent. I love that movie. I gotta go watch that again. I love the movie.
So, I mean, we at least know maybe where it came from. It might not be completely accurate to the comics, but something like that happened. So,
Right.
I couldn't really figure out what the title of this issue was because on the front it says it lurks within the crystal ball. And then on, like, the first page, it has a weird title thingy that was like, through an orb darkly.
Yeah, I think that's the title of it.
Is that the title? Okay. I wasn't 100% sure. So, yeah.
It's a play on something. A different title that I can't remember right now.
Yeah. This one definitely is like more 70s. I think like we've moved out of the 60s era and straight into the 70s. So Doctor Strange is in his sanctum being all mystical. we don't know anything at all. No, when one time I actually want them to review previous comics, they do not, jerks.
Right. He's just there.
Yeah.
No backstory, just boom.
Yeah. So
Mr. Mysterious, Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah. He already seems a little full of himself. I don't know. Clea, his beloved, so is that his girlfriend, I guess? And Sorceress in Training. I mean, I'm making a lot of assumptions just because I don't know anything. Interrupts his deep thoughts of which we don't know what with a rabbit in a hat trick. Which
she was being silly and playful because,
because then it leads to a cutaway love scene. Like straight out the door. It's like, oh, okay, we're going here, Marvel. Fine.
This was 70s, man.
Yeah.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, man.
Yeah. So, and then, like, Strange's servant Wong comes in, like, right after it happens. Also, the rabbit is still out. So I kind of wonder how the rabbit was involved. And then also Strange asks Wong to clean his cloak, which sounds really gross. Like, what's
yeah, I didn't make that leap. Now you did that, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, gross. So gross. And
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exact. My brain went straight in the gutter for that one.
Yeah, right.
And I don't really know Wong and Doctor Strange's relationships in the comic, so like, I don't know. He's like his cleaning guy. It seems kind of
butler.
Mean. Yeah.
Maybe his servant, his manservant.
It's weird.
Ballet. I don't know.
Yeah. So he asks him to clean his cloak, and then Strange goes to take a nap. Clea's bunny is enlarged by the silver dagger who's just hanging outside his window. It breaks out the window when Clea tries to go after it. And so the silver dagger says that the only defense Strange has is against like violent means. So because it was a bunny and it broke out, it wasn't violent. But I feel like
this guy's never seen Monty Python. Holy Grail.
Yeah. But like it I'm pretty sure Doctor Strange can see, like, auras and stuff. So wouldn't he, like, know if there was another person, like, chilling outside his window? I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know a lot about this. We were just dropped into it. So, yeah, he breaks out the window. Clea tries to go after it, and she... Okay, we were trying to give Marvel a chance here. Going magic instead of the science path. And what do they throw at us immediately? Another hypnotizing bad guy. Like, you're not even trying, Marvel. I think, like, 9 out of 10 bad guys are hypnotizing bad guys. That's the only bad guy power there is.
Well, I just want to point out that rabbit jumps out of well, how tall is that building he jumps out of?
It's probably like a 3 or 4 story building, I would say.
Yeah, right. Just jump off the 3rd floor and no problem.
Bunnies are flexible.
Yeah.
He made it. It's fine.
He made it. It's fine.
So
through the window.
Yeah. And then I just want to say that the bunny is completely never mentioned again. So there's just this giant rabbit just hopping down the streets of New York. Nobody went and cleaned up that mess. Just there's a bunny somewhere.
Nobody noticed.
Yeah. The New Yorkers are just like, a large bunny, and it's not the worst thing we've seen.
They're all tripping on acid, so.
Yeah. Let's see. She's hypnotized. And Wong comes in and tries to use martial arts, but gets his butt kicked. And Silver Dagger steals the Eye of Agamotto, which, from the movie, that's an Infinity Stone. I don't know if it's an Infinity Stone in the comic or not. But that would be a big deal. Like, I don't think it should be that easy to steal, turning a bunny big and hypnotizing a lady, and then you get the Infinity Stone.
Why is it sitting out just anywhere where he can just pick it up?
Yeah.
Is it on the cloak?
Yeah, I think it was on the cloak. I feel like you don't leave that just laying around. You take it with you to bed.
Right.
But I guess maybe it wouldn't help because he then stabs Strange in the back while he's meditating, sleeping, whatever. And leaves with Clea. And Silver Dagger calls him a demon.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That was the...
I don't know what that means.
Why is he a demon, but the Silver Dagger guy isn't a demon?
Yeah, and he said something specifically about, like, he could do this because he was a demon? Or something? I forget exactly what he says. Let me see.
He has eldritch enchantments known only to myself. Can even cleave a demon supreme.
Okay.
Oh, it's the traditional... Oh, no. No. A Silver Dagger is the traditional destroyer of demons, and you, with your eldritch enchantments known only to myself, can even clean the demon supreme. I don't know.
Okay, when you say it out loud like that, that makes me think differently. Like, this guy's just like a radical and lumps that magic in as a demon.
Yeah,
so maybe...
just think of the people who think all magic is evil.
Yeah. So, okay. I thought it might have been something deeper, like maybe this wasn't Doctor Strange or something, but yeah. It's
all magic is evil, but using mesmerism is okay. Hypnosis is okay, but, magic is
he
evil.
used magic because he turned that bunny big. I mean...
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. So miraculously Strange is still alive, which, I mean, I'll give to him, I guess, because he's the Sorcerer Supreme. And he says he needs his cloak and the Orb of Agamotto. So I guess Agamotto just has a lot of items, and I don't know who that is, and I'm unaware of it. So
you have a crystal of Agamotto and an orb of Agamotto. I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah. and he's using this to stay alive somehow, which I'm a little it seems a little vague, but maybe if you know what's going on, maybe it's not so vague. And tries to contact Clea, so this like crystal orb is like a crystal ball, and you can contact people, I guess. I don't know how that was going to save his life, but anyways.
I guess through the orb he can connect with the eye.
Maybe. So
Okay.
the silver dagger interrupts their phone call and somehow sucks Doctor Strange into the orb for an Alice in Wonderland type thing. I'm assuming this is a direct reference to Alice in Wonderland. I don't see...
Which part?
Like, the caterpillar?
Yes.
Okay.
Haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, okay. That was the next thing. So he gets sucked into the orb. Also, I want to point out that when Silver Dagger shows up in the orb, it's like a skull face, and he says something about Doom. And I thought maybe he was talking about Doctor Doom. But then they didn't make any other reference to it, so I thought maybe not. I don't know. I don't know anything about the Silver Dagger either.
In one heart-stopping instant, Doom comes thrusting from the globe.
Yeah, it just seems a weird word to use if you're not talking about Doctor Doom.
Right.
And also, I'm once again very angry that this is the only comic that they haven't gone back and told us anything about the characters. So I'm like entirely lost. And only can go on whatever knowledge I have. So a caterpillar is in this orb and tells him he's in unreality and will not be able to turn to his body in reality unless he gets to the center of the orb.
I love this caterpillar dude.
The caterpillar dude uses 1970s slang. What does he says? He says that he's on a trip, so like an acid trip, I'm assuming.
Right.
And he said dig, like, do you dig it or something like that. So.
Yeah, right on, Doc. At least you comprendo that much. It's actually, it's a reference to the caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Because he's smoking a hookah, so he's smoking opium.
Right.
Yep.
So I got that reference. And that is where this comic ends. So this one was shorter than our other ones.
Right. The Alice in Wonderland, it's so in literary, if you're studying literature, you look at literary devices. They're called literary devices. They're techniques that people who write use, and an allusion, it's with an Allusion. An allusion is a reference to something else.
Right.
So the caterpillar here, they're not saying, "Hey, this is Alice in Wonderland," but it's an allusion to Alice in Wonderland. And I saw this, and I had to go look and make sure I was right, because that's what first clicked into my brain. That's from Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
So I had to go find out. And but what really just, I did not expect to find a literary device in a comic book. You know what I mean? I was like, this is by no stretch of the imagination would anyone call this literature. You know, in the snobby kind of way, you know?
Right.
So to find it that in a comic book was kind of like, wow, that's like really cool.
I think it has more to do with that it's probably a pop culture reference, because isn't Alice in Wonderland really tied to like acid trips and stuff like that?
Yeah. Well, the Alice in Wonderland, the Disney cartoon, which had the hookah smoking caterpillar, was done in 1951. So it was 20 years old, but we saw it on television a lot.
Yeah, and I imagine like it's it's probably like a childhood grown-up thing. So if it came out in 51 and it's 74 now, so like 20-ish year olds are now seeing it from an adult perspective of
Right.
like drug-induced hallucinations.
Well, we would have also been watching this on television at night. We only had like 3 channels or 4 channels, and they would play the movies like on a cycle every other, like Sound of Music and all those other
Yeah.
they came on with commercials. Wizard of Oz, all of that came on with commercials on television. And then we only had 3 channels, so you had a huge opportunity to, like 1 in 3 opportunity that you would have seen this. And I think not Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland was one of those. Because, man, this caterpillar, man, he looks like just right out of Disney.
Yeah. Well, he turns into like a monster-y caterpillar for a second when Doctor Strange is like, I'm going to get out. And he's like, no, you're not. And I guess now that I'm thinking about it, because of the reviews of the first Doctor Strange movie, they were saying that it's really like a kind of a trippy movie. And they wanted it to be because that's what Doctor Strange is about. So I have a feeling that like all of the Doctor Strange ones are kind of going to be like
really trippy.
Yeah, drug-induced hallucination-y type things. So
yeah, the caterpillar is really trippy.
Yeah. So they didn't. It moved pretty quickly. It was short.
There's only 19 pages.
Yeah.
The other ones were 26 or something like that.
And I mean, there weren't a lot of plot holes. I'm very disappointed with another hypnotizing villain. Like, come on.
Right.
Please.
We're going to be in this orb for a while, too.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. So I think it was good. I'm very upset with no background. And we looked into Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange is weird in that he first appeared in the Strange Tales, which is not Doctor Strange Tales. It's Strange Tales, Weird Things, and Doctor Strange was a character in one of them.
Right.
And then he had a first series that was not really a whole series because it started out with like issue 81 or something like that. And that was like his first standalone one. It was super weird. And that one's not available on Marvel Unlimited because we were going to do that one. And so this is his first like whole series that starts on issue number 1. And for their freaking issue number 1, they couldn't even give us a backstory. So yeah.
I'm going to assume that the backstory is similar to what was in the movie. Sort of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to assume that he experienced some kind of physical thing and found those people. And
for some reason he went, because the arts that he's learned are ancient.
Right. Yeah. I mean, generalizing, I don't know specifically what happens, but maybe in one of the next ones, maybe he'll have a drug trip about how he found his powers in the orb. And then we can learn more. So, did you have any other thoughts on it?
No, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It moved fast, which some of the other ones I feel like they didn't move fast. It was not good. Yeah. So we will read the next one, issue number 2, next week.
Yep.
And now we are going to review Loki. I'm so excited. Okay. And I'm going to pause the stream for a minute and restart it with a Loki title. So we will be right back for anyone who is watching.
Okay. And while you do that, I want to look up something.